Here is something nobody tells artists early enough. You could make the best music of your life, the best beat, the best lyrics, the most honest song you have ever written, and still have nobody connect with it. Not because the music is not good enough, but because people do not know who you are. That is a branding problem. And today I am going to help you fix it. My name is Gabrielle. I'm here today because the real Rumi is busy setting up the business for you guys. I am the founder of This is Edmonton, T.I.E Studios. We are a creative community hub built for artists, musicians, and anyone who creates. We run workshops, we work with young people, we build spaces and help artists to heal, create, and belong. And one thing I keep seeing is the branding piece is always the missing piece. So I made this lesson to change that. Let's get into it. First, I need to destroy a myth. When most people hear the word branding, they think logo, they think colors, they think a polished press photo and a perfectly curated grid. And look, those things have their place, but they are not your brand. Your logo is a symbol of your brand. Your grid is a window into your brand. But none of those things is your brand. Think of an artist you genuinely love. Not just their music, but an artist whose whole world pulls you in. Someone whose posts you actually stop scrolling for. Someone whose releases feel like an event. Now ask yourself, why do you feel that way about them? I promise you, it is not the logo, it is how they make you feel. It is the gut feeling you carry about them, even when you are not listening to their music. That is a brand, and that brand lives in your head. There is a branding expert called Marty Neumeier, decades working with Apple, Adobe, Google, and he says it better than anyone. He says, a brand is not what you say it is what they say it is. Sit with that for a second. Your brand is not something you control. It is something you influence. It lives in the minds and hearts of everyone who has ever heard your music. Every person has built their own version of you in their head. You give them the raw materials, the music, the story, the way you show up, and they build the feeling from that. So here is the question that actually matters. What raw materials are you giving people to work with? Because if you are not thinking about that, you are leaving your brand entirely to chance. The artists who build real lasting audiences, they are not leaving it to chance. So what does this mean for you? It means your brand is shaped by everything, not just the music you release. Everything, how you show up on social media, that is your brand. How you treat other artists, that is your brand. The story you tell about your journey, that is your brand. Even how you respond to a comment at 11 p.m., that is your brand. Every interaction is either building your reputation or quietly chipping away at it. But here is the thing that frees you up. You do not have to be perfect. You do not need a team or a budget. You just need to be clear on who you are, clear on what you stand for, clear on who your music is for, clear on how you want people to feel. That clarity is where it starts. And I want to ask you something. Think about the version of you that shows up online and the version of you that walks into a room. Are they the same person? Because if there is a gap between those two, if your online self feels like a performance, your audience can feel that and they disengage. The most powerful thing you can do is close that gap. Be the same person online that you are in real life, consistently, over time. That is what builds trust, and trust is what builds a fan base that stays. Now, I have only scratched the surface today. There is a whole framework for figuring out exactly who you are as an artist, your craft, your why, your people, your values, and turning all of that into a brand statement you can actually use. There is the part about how your reputation is built across every platform, every interaction, every show you play, and every post you put out. There is the part about what happens when your brand and your music finally align, when people do not just listen to your songs, they tell other people about them. That is what the full course covers, and it is value for money. At T.I.E Studios, we have built a full branding course for musicians and creatives, a quiz, all under £20 per lesson. The link is in the description. Go through it, do the workbook, write your brand statement. And if you are in Edmonton or you want to connect with the community we are building, find us. We are T.I.E Studios. Instagram, Shroomy Beats. Website, TIECreative.hub base 44. App, this space exists for artists like you. Heal, create, belong. My name is Gabrielle. Thank you for watching. Now go figure out your brand because your music deserves to be heard.